the moon is out here mooning, so I wanted to show y'all before I took my black ass inside. Oh my gosh, isn't that a beautiful sight? Oh my goodness, somebody out here is seeing my nipples, y'all, because I have on a crop top and no bra, and I'm raising my arms and they can see my nipples, but it's okay because they're beautiful. I'm just kidding, they're really just nipples, but there you go. Love y'all. It honestly feels so bomb out here right now, and it looks like I have a red light on, but it's yellow. But it feels really bomb out here tonight. I just came to drop off my trash outside because today is tomorrow's trash day, but we take it out today because sometimes they come at 5 and sometimes they come at 2. We don't know, but it feels really nice out here. I'm gonna take my black ass inside, but I love your guts. I just wanted to show y'all the moon because the moon be mooning. You guys, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I keep waking up so late. You got my man voice. What up? What up? What up, though? And it's like 8 o'clock, I think. I've been up for an hour, but I've just been staring at the wall, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's 7:53. I need to get this day started. Sorry for my offensive breath. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But, ew, it is kind of offensive, y'all. Gross. I'm about to get my workout started. It's indoor again because it's too freaking hot. I just want to know what's going on with my body. I was waking up so fine, but I also think like I don't sleep well, so here we are. But let me get dressed and we're gonna get started with the workout. Let's show the time and the date because that's what we do over now. Quick. Stop off. Oh my god, it's already the 10th. What up, though? Desmond gets it, y'all. Desmond gets it. He's in the army, and this is the shit I'm talking about. Appreciate. Look at how bomb this is. Desmond, you the truth right here. Desmond! I fuck with you, Desmond! I fuck with you! Thank you for this footage. This is so cool. I've been wanting to see some shit like this. Listen, that was so cool to see. I really appreciate Desmond for showing that sunset stuff because I see the helicopters and all that shit go by my house all the time at sunset. And I'm like, nobody appreciates it, and Desmond does. So that really made my day. I know the clip was very short or whatever, but I still appreciated it because I wanted to know what it looked like, and he just showed me. So I just feel like my day has been made. What time is it? 9:13? Day made. Thank you, Desmond. Desmond Cassell. Like, this is the shit I want. Sunset in a helicopter, okay? Like, what? Be all you can be in the army, okay? I don't think if I was going to go to any branch, it would probably be Air Force. But yeah, for y'all that are in the Army, I still fuck with y'all. Navy, fuck with y'all. Air Force, fuck with y'all. Marines, fuck with y'all. Love y'all. But that was a dope ass picture, and my day has been made because I really didn't think anyone cared about the sunset, okay? Or sunrise, and somebody does. And now I feel like everything that was wrong with the world is now right. I wouldn't say that. I'm going too far. I'm taking it too deep. But still, I feel good. That was really nice. It was dope ass footage. Thank you, Desmond. Thank you, Desmond. Thank you, Desmond. By the way, I don't think that was a helicopter, but still, I just had to throw that in there because Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to identify all them joints, but yeah, either way, it was cool. And he's a photographer for the Army and peace and equality. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, check him out. He does show a lot of Army stuff, so if you guys ever want to see like the behind the scenes stuff for the Army, which is pretty cool, he's been doing that for a while. Or you're interested in joining, like, it's actually cool to watch, see what goes on behind the scenes, because you don't be knowing, but it's cool. And again, thank you, Desmond, for sharing that little clip. It meant everything to me. As you can see, I'm geeked. I'm so geeked. Like, listen, you do very good with photography. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry, y'all, we gotta start the vlog like this, you know what I'm saying? My dog's ignorant. So, yeah. What it do to my good people? Hola, mi gente. Hola, mi gente. ¿Cómo estás? How y'all doing? How y'all living? Today is the day. What is the day? I think we already discussed the day, but I think it's the 10th. 2 days until my grandma and my cousin's birthday. The day after that is my friend's birthday. 3 days after that, my other friend's birthday. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Virgos in the building, okay? I feel like I'm too close. Like, I'm like right up on you guys. Like, how are you doing? Do you love me? I love you. Here I am to vibe with y'all for 1 minute because it's hot. It's like 91 degrees already. Right up in here, this is where I keep the jewels, the crystals and stones that I work with in my workspace, and most of them are from Kendall. She went, I think all of them except, yeah, all of them except for the quartz right here on the edge. The rest of them are all Kendall. So I be working with my boo every day. She motivates me. She gives me love, okay? Making sure my bills are getting paid. Thank you, Kendall girl. All right, anyways, let me stop fucking around and make sure my bills actually do get paid, y'all. Like you were trapped inside a cage, right? Like you're just this like majestic being, some sort of bird that I'm not afraid of, that just wants to spread its wings, but because you're in a cage smaller than you can't spread your wings out, so you're always like kind of like this in the cage. And that's kind of like how I felt my entire life. It wasn't just throughout my marriage, it was just always throughout life, the whole time. So it felt like I was in a cage that was smaller than myself, you know? And certain people would try to bring things out of me and try to make me like into a different person, and I would be like, nah, you know? I'm used to being like this. And then I finally got a point where like I got a little room and I was like, wait a minute, this feels nice, you know? And then I just started living for what my version of happy was, you know what I mean? Things do look different, and I know that that's just, I don't know, for people that became like my family before and they were part of the tribe before, like, yeah, the shit looks mad different. But trust me when I say everything that I do take, not everything, things pertaining to how my life can be affected, I do take consideration and thought into them. I don't just be like, he made one mistake and I'm done. Like, honestly, the amount of mistakes, the amount of things that happen between him and I are, you can't even count, okay? Because it's just so many. But obviously there's going to be a point, a breaking point for anything that happens in life. There will be a breaking point, and I've reached mine. And yeah, it took me a long time, but then I didn't have the channel that long. If I had the channel for my whole marriage, then you would have seen like how things go. But I was always trying to be considerate of other people's feelings, which is why a lot of stuff wasn't on, like, I would rather, you know, because there was things that were recorded before that I was like, well, I would rather just be honest about it. And he's like, I'm very private, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't come to half step this. Like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, you know what I mean? But being respectful at that time, you know, being married and being respectful, I ran every piece of content around by him until that life update video that I did last year. and I didn't run that by him. I just released it because I was at a breaking point at that point, you know? Like, I was just at the point where I was tired of shit, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna release it, fuck it, and who cares? Obviously, there was a lot of phone calls, a lot of shit talking, a lot of things that came with releasing that video from that camp. When I talked to my camp, they were just like, they understand the dynamic that comes along with me being on YouTube, and they're just like, you know, I know you didn't come there to lie, or you know what I mean, or pussyfoot around anything. I do feel like I partly lied though, because I put on such a facade, you know, during the time that we were together. I do feel like I lightweight lied about things, and if I had been more upfront and forthright about like things that were going on a lot of times, then probably that none of this stuff would have been a shock to anybody that this was coming, you know what I mean? But I'm just so good at pretending that yeah, I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't know how long I was going to be able to put up with things. I didn't know how long, you know, I didn't know where my breaking point was. I didn't even know if I had one, to be honest with you, because it seemed like I could put up with a lot of shit, to the point of like, girl, if you are extremely strong or extremely weak, you know what I mean? So I didn't know where that line was, but I found it, and then I was like, you know, I'm glad that I did, because it helped me create boundaries, and that's like a big, huge issue to me and for my kids and everything, to be able to put up boundaries against people, because people will try to walk and stomp and do all kinds of shit on your boundaries, and I think it's important to teach your kids about boundaries, you know what I mean? I think it's important for them to learn, because without boundaries, like, a lot of bad things can happen to somebody. Like, a lot of bad things can happen. So boundaries are important. I just want to come on here, I just want to be honest, and I just want to show you guys what is my life, and I want to be able to have these kind of chit chat talks with y'all, and I want to be able to always be open with y'all, and always, you know, the journey is not easy. We gonna slip, we gonna fall, we gonna bump our heads sometimes, we gonna, you know, a lot of shit's gonna happen on this road, but I'm glad that y'all fuck with me, and I'm glad that even if it looks different, you still rock with me, because it's just life takes you through so many different twists and turns. You never know, man. You just never know where you're gonna end up. And as I look back on life and stuff, I'm like, how would it have been if I would have just been honest with myself and my feelings from out the gate? If I would have said out the gate, no, I'm not doing this, and, you know, I'm not putting up with this, how different would my life have been, you know? I don't even know what that life would look like, to be honest with you. I have no idea, because I'm just so used to putting up with shit that I have no idea what that life would look like. Like, what would that version of myself have looked like? Like, I imagine it looked like my teenage self, where I was just like, I ain't putting up with nobody's shit, you know what I mean? Because I was just so tired of putting up with shit at that point, that I was like, I ain't putting up with no man's shit. And took 3 years off from guys, dating, everything, and cleared my mind. And then I still wasn't in the right energy, because I met somebody on the frequency that I was trying to avoid, you know what I mean? And I gotta be mindful of that, and my frequency, and the people that I meet while I'm on this frequency. So that's why I just rather like do the work, because you're just gonna keep meeting the same motherfucker over and over again if you don't do the work for within yourself. And that's just, it's important to me. But I want to be having fun with it. I want to still be at making money. Like, I have a lot of plans for myself that while I was in that cage I couldn't do, because I had to consider him first for everything. Everything was him, then me. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I put my kids first, but right after that, that was him, and then that was me. And yeah, you guys are gonna be like, well, maybe the problem was you put your kids first. He was completely checked out a lot of the times, so my energy went where it was needed, and that was towards my kids. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing, you know what I mean? Sometimes back back in the days, I would be like, well, did that create like a wedge between us? But no, no, because looking at it now, like the wedge was him. He didn't want, you know, well, the way I expressed love was not the way he received love, you know what I mean? So we were just in two different places on how we expressed and received love. Especially like he didn't know how to treat some like women, period. And there was so much dysfunction within him that he only wanted to fuck with me if I was in the worst mood ever. If I was on some like, fuck you, I don't want to deal with you, then he wanted to be all over me. But if I'm trying to be all over him and I'm nice, then he was like, no, I don't want to deal with you. It was just so backwards and weird. And I was just like, I don't know how you get used to something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that just seems weird. And so obviously right now the energy is, you know, I'm not fucking with him, so obviously he wants to be around me. But if I were to be like, yeah, let's get back together, let's do this, he would be cool for like 2 minutes and then he would be himself, because that's who he is really underneath it all, is the person that he showed me. The person that I met and we had those 3 months or whatever, that version of himself was not real. That was the facade. And then who I met after those 3 months, that was him. So I should have left after the 3 months, you know what I mean? But lesson learned. Yes, I am a lot older and it did take me a long time, but I did a lot of fighting on my family's behalf, and I thought I was doing right by trying to keep us together, and I didn't. But everything happens for a reason. I'm not gonna regret anything that happened, you know, between us. Just now I know, you know. But I don't want to be those people now that be like, oh my god, every little like thing, he left his sock on the table, red flag, I'm done, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go that far with it. I don't want to be like obsessing over it. So I don't know. Yeah, I just want to be somewhere in between all that. But like I said, things might look different, but within it all, I'm still who I am. It's just that I was caged, I was boxed in, and I had to focus on what I had to focus on at the time, and now I get to focus on me. So yeah, I don't know how that came on my heart, but you know how it is. Just go with the flow of it all, and when you have a topic, you just gotta kind of grasp it. But I love you guys, and I'm about to get back into work because I really am. I don't know, I'm tired.